Okay, we are back. I have adjusted my volume yet again. Hopefully you can hear me. I've been having trouble on every single video so far, but hopefully that's fixed. And we are back with part number 6 with our walkthrough of Lords of the Fallen. I do have the DLC, so we will be getting into that here shortly. But we're at the part of the game where we traverse the catacombs looking for Kaslo and Antanas. We just came back from the Rogar realm.
You need some help.
It is too late. I guess this place is a good place to die.
What happened here?
We escaped through the catacombs. There's an ancient path which leads to the cellar of the citadel. I did not make it. The others jumped into this open pathway. You were on the other side. Why?
I stopped the Rogar attacks.
So there's still hope. You have to tell Antan. Maybe then he'll stop doing these.
What?
Go through catacombs. And Tanis. You see.
Poor chap. And again, the purpose of this video, there'll be limited commentary because the purpose of this video is not to demonstrate my shining personality. It's to give you a guide as to where to go and what to do, some tips on handling enemies, and more importantly to show you all the secrets of the game that will help enhance your experience. I like the game. I know it's an older game. I never played it before, but I like the game, and as I stated earlier, I really never found a decent walkthrough that showed all the secrets. I had to find them on my own, and I have platinumed this game, so I know how to do it. And when you get into the fullness of this game, that's when you realize how good it is. And we went through there, but I think we missed another one, didn't we? Maybe. I don't recall if we missed another portal back here. I don't think there's one in the tower here. Wrong spell. Nicely done. Good idea to get familiar with the icons of a particular spell so you don't look like an idiot like I just did. And this is actually the spell that I meant to. Oof. He always gets you when you die. They love that diving attack, so you'll learn that which enemies like it and which ones don't. And I know we got that. I think we have gotten all of the portals up to this point. I'm just going to step into this one to make sure, but I'm pretty sure we got it. Yeah, this was the challenge one. The first of its ilk. Or is this the second one? We'll find out here soon enough. One, two, three, and still can't remember. Anyway, this is good XP anyway. Yeah, I think we have done this. See, he blocks you from behind. It's amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. Try to get cheaper here. It's streaming. Yeah. You're making this harder than it has to be. Yes, we did this. But that's okay. No problem. Alright, and as usual, the enemies have respawned here. Our lovely little monkey friend here. And if you get the timing right, you can get these guys as they jump, but as you can see, that's kind of a trigger for them as well, the jumping R2. But it's easier just to block and attack, counterattack. This will be opened up here shortly too. And now it's time to traverse the catacombs, and it is quite confusing, so this will probably take the majority of the broadcast today. But I'll try to make it as simple as possible. Now here, you just don't want to run in willy-nilly, because again, the surprising part, you saw him throw that little bear trap there, but the enemies that you least find threatening, they're the ones who'll do you in. And the two monkey boys, if they get on you both at the same time, it is hard to heal. They'll attack you, and then the next one will attack you, then the next one will attack you, and it'll just keep going until you're dead. So, and these little bear traps hang around for a little while after he's dead. So best to be patient here. Well, the whole thing, because there's one monkey boy, and we'll get him, and then there's another one to the left of this shrine right there, and that took him out in one shot. But this one will come right out at us too. Not a threat on their own, but together they can be. I have not picked up this sword yet, but if you're an agility build, this is something you're going to want to do. When you pick up the sword, I believe it's called a Bloodlust. You can actually bury it there. A ghost will manifest and fight you, and if you beat the ghost, it'll give you an upgraded version of that sword. And like I said, for an agility build, it's a really decent sword. And this guy is cheesable too. For some reason, if you keep a distance, when he sheds his armor, he'll just kind of stand there and wait for the next round. And he's really not that difficult. He's like most of the bigger bosses. His moveset's fairly predictable, although he can do some damage. There, he saw me. Hi. Hello. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. And that whack does not give you damage, but it is unsettling. But will do the whirlwind dancer thing if you let him get that far. But no. And there was, I think I got that. I don't think there's anything new here. And you can see that you can interact with some of these headstones. Lady Juho, deceased in her youth. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm a little under the weather, which is one of the reasons why I have time to do this video. Oh, where is the thing? I think that actually came from that enemy, the Breaker Greatsword. Look at that. It's up there on number 1. The Breaker. Number 1 spot for damage, 128. I don't recall this. Metal, wood, and bones, all things can be broken, so too can human will. It's 4.5 pounds, 220. So it's another one of those one-hit wonders. Cool looking sword. With an up-sweeping R2. Let's see what kind of a swing set we get here. Oof. Sometimes it's hard to figure out their moveset. Oh yes, that's a move that is very dangerous. It does quite a bit of damage. I used a similar sword with the same move set on another character against the judge, and that down sweep did like 2,200 damage. That part right there. So that's good, but you can see it's a little slow, but that particular 2 move set pretty quick. Looks like it'd be devastating too. Anyway, did it have a slot? I don't recall. No slot. Still, that's a significant difference from 90 to 128. Or, yeah, 90 to 128. It's almost 30 points. A third more. So this is the main entrance, and you'll hear a recording later that alludes to that. This is the catacombs. And I will save my XP here and do my checkpoint. Like I said, the game offers rewards through a multiplier for not saving, but it also, I'm sure, unwittingly crashes a lot. So it doesn't count as a death when it crashes. Your XP is not just sitting there. You actually just lose it all and you start over, and that's very upsetting when you're in a place like the catacombs, because it's easy to get lost, and it takes some time to get through here. So it's aggravating to lose that progress. Hi. And we'll be coming back through here shortly. Maybe this is the snake reference that Yetka was talking about earlier. I'm not quite sure. But at any rate, that does not come back to life. Alright. So this is our only path at the time. And here's another one of those doors, and you saw the chest through the gate there. That requires a rune. So it's always a good idea to keep some runes on you. My axe, which is actually a very good axe too. I've seen players play through this with through the whole game with this from this point on. As you can see, it's rather bulky too, 5 pounds, 230% energy. I still prefer my fast weapon, but that does have 2 slots on it too, so it can be quite powerful. It comes in handy for bosses where you can only get in 1 lick at a time too, so we may be able to look at that later. Alright, so this area here is known as the Well of Death, and we'll come back here later. It's already throwing stuff at us. We'll go this way first. And we'll be back here too. And this too is a bit of a trap. There's a guy that he can wake up right there, and then there's Pokey Poke right here. Love this guy. Three. Oh, that third poke. That's what you wait for. And now this one's awake. Whoops. Now this one's awake. And you can tell the ones it doesn't take much to kill, they'll be back. And they didn't give you XP either, you'll notice. A grip dagger, an agility build. Alright. This is where Pokey Poke came from, so. And in these rooms, there are a couple of them with spiders. You don't know where they are. They can be surprising and damaging. But if you're prepared, not much. Heavy armor. way we came from. Had a thing for busting barrels. Now, so far, this is the only path. We could have gone through the well of death there, but we'll circle back around to that later. So this is the area, the only other path you can take from there, and I use it as a reference to the other places, and you'll see what I'm talking about here shortly. This is nothing. Just a hole. I'm sure you could jump into it if you felt strongly about it, but I never have. But at this point, there's 3 ways to go. There's left, there's straight, and there's right. And we'll find a couple of secret weapons in here. So we will go left first, and you'll see that that will actually bring us around. Well, you'll see. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't beat me up about it either. No screaming. Right. And you'll see Sleepy on the floor there. And there's the hooded guy, which means he'll be back. This other guy, I can't tell if he's hooded or not yet. Shit. We'll nudge him awake. Hey, buddy. Hey, you can't sleep here. You're right in the way. And I don't believe, yeah, we got XP for that one, so he won't be back. And you will notice that that's the door where we came in. The main chest is right here. Oh! I was right. The hooded one is back. You turd. Sit down. Brilliant. Just brilliant. So I forgot what that was.
Antanas is powerful beyond anything I have ever witnessed. He is determined to free this world of evil. He has succeeded in pulling demons out of the bodies of the possessed. Could it be the beginning of an end of evil?
Could it be? And now we are back at the beginning. So instead of going all that way, back around that way, well, it does give us an opportunity to save our XP. We might as well do that. And we already have the checkpoint, so there's no sense in that. We might as well. Could have just healed there to save those healing shards, but we'll go back through here and go back to the three-way intersection. And here we are. That was a quick jaunt. So it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other when it comes to which one you go through here, because you have to go through the middle to get to the end, but you pick up an item that you have to go back through here for to complete. So I think we'll go through this way first. And then we'll double back once everything's dead. And you can see here's another intersection. We've got a footbridge and left. And there's actually an archer on the other side of this wall immediately to the right as you enter, so don't run after that guy. And there's a nice little challenge trophy you can complete in here too, very easily. Let me show you that real quick. Oh, I lied. I thought there was a guy there. Anyway.
I have to. There is no way to really drive it away. The only thing I can do is channel it into new forms, mutations. They may be our future. Many people will not like this, but they need to see that the alternative is not having a future at all.
So he's creating mutations. And there I did it again. I've got no XP. But one of the challenges is to kick your enemy into that hole and you just walk by and boom, there he goes. But another challenge is to kick an enemy into the hole. I don't know. See, I don't know where that guy came from. But this is an easy way to do it. The fat guy, I actually kicked him in. But anyway, there's actually nothing else in here. You'd think one of these would be a chest, but no, it's just another marker on our quest. But you can use that.
We meet again.
We do. And I'll bust maybe a couple of small ones. Got a higher poison, yay. That's really all the XP I have. Let me check my gear here, see if I have any slots empty. I don't think I do. Well, that one does. I've got a flawless magic in that one, no slot. Flawless power in that one. So we could put poison in that one. So let's do that. Give us some added protection against those spiders and such. So, Griffin, and we'll put lesser power, lesser poison. We'll put the higher poison on there. Gives us 3 more defense points against poison, so can't be bad. And as far as my weapons, I still have my flawless luck in there. And I'm going to stick with it for now. All right, so we're going to go left here first. Well, left as we come in. And this is actually going to be the way out later. We can't get through. Oh, wait. There we go. Here's another foot plate, pressure plate. Generally, if you see something like this where there's no option to open and there's no lever close by, you're looking for a pressure plate, which is up and around. And we'll go through here first and see that there's a door here. And no spiders. And there's Bloodsick. That's an interesting little sword because it's an agility build, so I won't use it, but killing enemies makes it weaker. No clue, but it's true. Makes it weaker. But there's another one that killing enemies makes it stronger. So I guess it's just its counterpart. Anyway, so up here, if we continue on, we will see that there's, oh look, there's a pressure plate. I wonder what that's for. But you'll also see that there is a door back here that we will open later. So this is actually the way out later, but we've got to get, well, we won't get these doors open. We'll go through another way, but these doors will open up after that. So here's another pressure plate, and we don't need to put our prayer on it to keep it open because it's fairly easy to get down there and in here without it. But if you need to, you can definitely use it. A twinkling axe. And a human skull. And that's how we get back out. Let's take a look at that twinkling axe. I don't think I've ever used it. It's 3 pounds, 140%. Looks slow too. Anyway. Alright, so that was the left side, and you'll also see we'll open that up later too. But that was the entire left side of that cross bridge option. So we'll walk around here carefully, and we'll find ourselves on the other side of the Well of Death. And you can't actually fall down that well. You can't. but you can the next one.
Some say we punish too harshly.
I love this guy's voice.
It's not even enough. We are still much too forgiving. Whoever commits a crime should be killed right away. After any crime, we'd be rid of all the sinners and would live in eternal peace. But instead, we put them away in here, and I'm the one who has to take care of them. Care. That's the last thing they deserve.
That guy's got some pleasant philosophies. I love these white guys. There's really only a couple of ways to kill them. It's either dance around with them, shoot them. Neither one is particularly expedient. But you did see that this is where we came in. And well, oh wait a minute. Actually, this is the way we came in. But this is the way that we came in earlier, and I doubled back. The beginning is right there, through there. But we came through here initially, and then we went that way, if you remember. So that's the third entry to this area. You can see someone's throwing things at us. This is the way we just came in, and then there's another one right here. And we'll go back here just to show you where this is. This is the pit. Oops. Oh. We'll come back here later. I just wanted to show you. Excuse me. That there is a third way. In fact, we will go through this way because the other way takes us the way out. So this guy. And this guy. Come on, monkey boy. I'll kick you. And the pit is obvious what that is. And here's another one, the monkey boy. So this area is just froth with monkeys. And look, another pressure plate. That'll come in handy. Ruined chest. But first we got to take care of Mr. 3 foot wide. And actually those boards can take a certain amount of pressure. I forget what it is, because I just don't risk it. But there's a certain weight you can do and still stand on them. Like I said, I forget what that weight is, but I know that 3 foot wide boy is over the limit. And he will first bust those boards or just die right in. scab staff. It's not a strength weapon. It's not a bad weapon, just not a particularly good one. I've never played with it anyway. So, now we have to figure out where that pressure plate goes. That's the Well of Death. So this is where we came up. And we have to be mindful of the hole. So if we look down this way, there is a locked door right here. And I'm guessing that's where the pressure plate is. Let's see if there's a spider. And you can see him looking up, so we know there's a spider there.
We didn't finish the work inside corridors.
Here.
The ceiling collapsed. We were told to leave it alone, as it makes a good shortcut. From the main catacombs entrance, keep heading left.
From the main
Eventually
entrance,
you'll reach the hole in the wall.
keep heading
This
left.
might be the shortest way right now.
Shortest way. So from the main entrance, if you just stay left, that'll take you out. But only after you open a couple of doors. So we're headed up to Cell Circle, which is where a lot of stuff is. Boy, we're at the 48-minute marks already. So let's get this pressure plate open. And this one we're just going to go ahead and use our prayer spell. Keep it open. And this is the sword that you put in that grave. It's called Bloodlust. And let's stand here and use that lever. And that's the sword that the more you use it, the better it gets. Although it does cap out in the 60s, I believe. Killing enemies makes it stronger. Kill, kill, kill. Anyway. Oh yeah, there's no lever, it just opens. But you can see that armor there. That's a rogue set. So obviously that's a rogue weapon. So let's see. We did not go up here. Oh. I just did it again. He's backing up. So I'm going to leave that guy there just in the gate so we can keep our bearings. And anyway, we need to go back. That was the secret door. And this is the pit. And back through here, back by the Well of Death, there were two sets of stairs, one on each side. One to the left there and one to the right. And I think we got the chest, right? No, I got distracted by Monkey Boy. No, I didn't get it. Harmony, another medium set. That's less, that's less. That's a little more. Wonder if I can bear it. Nope, can't go up even 1/3 of a pound without losing my green status. Wisdom, so I'm at the top there too, so I'm good for now. But also don't let those numbers fool you. They don't always indicate the ultimate amount of protection. Sometimes they include just physical. Sometimes there's magic and fire and poison on there that's not included in that number. So it's kind of confusing, but I'll leave you to figure that out. So we've definitely gone through all 3 of those entrances. And this is the upper way. And there's another Pokeboy. I love these guys. 1, 2, and I interrupted his 3rd one, so 1, 2. Oh! La 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 la. Now my shield up and he knew it. I don't like using potions. You may have noticed. There's a little delayed audio. Happens frequently with this game. You also lose audio frequently in this game, completely. Which is a good indicator to reset your game. Means it's probably going to crash here shortly, so. Anyway, we're back to Cell Circle. And there is a secret here as well. Oh, here we're a runner. Did I mention I love these guys too? Love them. Charge. Alright. So this area, this just circles around. I'll show you that here in a second. But here we are at the save point.
Evil is gone, but what remains of the person is different. We need to look closer, and personally, I don't know how to treat these people. They seem to behave normal. They talk, but in some way they just seem unreal.
Unreal. Hi. That's why I bust everything. Plus, it's an old habit from Bloodborne and Dark Souls. Got quite a bit of XP there. And we'll use it as a save point. And if you're barely injured, you don't want to use the triangle here because it'll take one of those floating. Those indicate how many heals are left on this particular save point, checkpoint. So there's only 4 there, so I always heal up before I hit the checkpoint. And before we go into Cell Circle, we'll take a jaunt up here and see what's up here. It's actually just a chest, and there is one of our friendly neighborhood archers just waiting for us to pop around the corner and watch you. If he hits you, he actually knocks you down. Yeah, like that. I do not understand what happens there, but he only does it when you first see him. And he was reloading when it happens, so there's some other force at work there that I'm not quite sure what it is, but it only worked the first time. And you can go in and clean him up afterwards. There's a nice little chest here with both light and heavy armor and an attribute point. So now we can check that off of our list and go ahead and bust our attribute point. And there's, I think there's one more of the fat boys in here with his dojis. We'll run into them here shortly. Wake up. Hey, you can't sleep here. These are the ones that are deadly. You can't really mess around with them too much. Definitely, for some reason, a jumping R2 attack triggers an immediate reaction in
sins we are aware of. One of the Rogar lords leading the raid on Keystone has been spotted inside. He killed many of our soldiers before they even recognized the danger. All we know so far is that he somehow feeds on our rage. Let us feed on his.
That's where we came in. Just continue on clockwise. And that's another indicator. When you can lock onto them, they're generally going to be hard to kill. The ones that you have to kill twice, you can't lock onto them. A little side note there. That one just busted his door down after years of sitting there when I walked by. See what I mean? Anyway. Human skull. Can't lock onto him. So he'll be back. Vanguard blade. Vanguard blade, I don't recall it. There it is. 2 pounds, 130%. It's way down on the list. Let's see. No. All right. So, continuing on.
Help!
Oh, what's your problem?
You are not one of them, are you? Please help me.
Hey, do you have a brother? I think I lopped his arm off.
Let me guess. You want me to open your cell and then kill me? It will be easy. Just find the lever nearby to open the door. Then put me out of my misery.
Kill you.
My flesh has been sullied.
Sullied.
I am changing into one of those creatures. Kill me
Well,
before it's too late.
well, if your flesh is sullying, it sounds like it's too late.
Sounds
All right.
easy enough.
And doggy boy. The dog hit me just as he started talking. I guess he got tired of waiting for me to come back. Anyway, here's the lever, but oh no, there's a handle missing. So let's go ask him about that. Hey, buddy. Whoop. Hi. I remember you. Come on. Yeah, these guys are triggered by your R1s and R2s too. Watch. Oh. Anyway, so you got that handle?
Did you find a way to open the cell?
What was I doing there?
No. Please, hurry.
No.
Did you find him?
Where was it again?
Are you the one using his wits? Or is it me? It's probably in the jailer's office. Please hurry before it's too late.
Okay, no need to be nasty. Alright, so where's your fat buddy? The dogs are never far from their fat owners. Let's see, and we'll get there from the other side. And here's the secret part. Now, there's a couple of ways to get here. The the audio files will tell you to look for cell number 11, and if you look real close right above my head, it's 0011, and it is the 11th cell if you count from the main entrance. But the easier way to identify that cell is to, well, we got that boy. Lovely. Oh, that's behind us. There we go. Oh, you turd. He got us off of our path. But anyway, so the easiest way to remember that is this statue, and you go right, you count 3 jail cells. Might as well go ahead and pull this while we're here. So here's one. Nothing in there.
Before imprisonment, every
Every
criminal
criminal.
is branded. The tattoo on his face
A tattoo.
shows everyone his sins, even if someone manages to escape from prison. He won't escape from his own faith.
Or his own voice. Alright, so that's number 2. And then you'll see a little patch here. And here's number 3. No XP, so he'll be back.
He was plotting against Antanas. Curses and his family. I consider him murderers and
And
thieves, but I just hate these political activists.
And you'll see that there's a gap between the cells. There's nothing there. And it really doesn't look like a breakable wall, but again, if you run at it and tap L1 as you're hitting it, well, you gotta have your shield out first. I couldn't see myself. You'll bust into that wall, and that's the heirloom. That's a weapon that is a very good weapon, and you actually upgrade it lower in these catacombs, in the mines, which, if you remember, when we came down, we could go left, right, or straight, and we went left, and then this is straight. Well, actually, we went right too, but the mines is down through here, and you'll come across a chest where you can exchange this. You'll lay this on the chest, and it will give you an upgraded version of it. It's pretty nice, and it's got some elemental damage to it, so it works well against creatures that you'll encounter later. Alright, so we've now come full circle. Back to this, and we kind of got sidetracked here. We'll go down there here in a second. I want to continue this way first because this is the jailer's office where we need the key to let out the other monk's brother that looks exactly like the guy that we lopped off his arm. Let's go back and do that real quick. There he is, and we passed it. So if you look at it, the handle will actually replace itself. Voila! And you'll debate, should I kill this guy? Is he really sick? Maybe he's just mentally ill. But yes, kill him.
Hurry up and do it!
All right. And when you do, he gives you a spell point shard, which is nice. And we did also open these other cells, so we'll complete that and then double back. That blocker buckler is a nice shield, but it is an agility requirement. 16 agility required, so we won't be using that. The door will open later, I mentioned. And Here's our statue. Jailer's room, and we're back to where we were. And yet another lever.
This beast seems to have more instinct than mine. It only wants to kill. 3 weeks ago, I found a hammer that it seems to fear. The weapon must be imbued with some magic that I don't understand. If such a beast fears it, I have every reason to fear it too. Better to lock it up in cell 11 to keep it safe.
That's that heirloom he's talking about. And there's a beast that's afraid of it. And right now it's fairly strong on its own at 85, no slots. But the one you exchange it for down in the mines is stronger, and it has like 30 points of every elemental damage there is, I think, except poison. I think it's lightning, fire, and magic. Oh, you see that? I don't know, I missed that. We're getting well past the hour mark. So I will probably get to the next checkpoint here and we'll stop. The person who's viewing, if you could do me a favor, if you have the ability to type, could you let me know how my volume is? This is like my 6th video, and I'm having trouble adjusting it. So if you have the ability to type, I'd appreciate it if you could hear me. If you could let me know if you can hear me or not. That's the jailer's room. So this is where we saved earlier, if you recall. So I am going to go ahead and stop the video here, I believe. Let me see. I think we need to go down this one area. Well, actually, yeah, let me do that before we finish up, because I told you that that one area is circled around. This is it. And there's also a guy right here. And he is guarding nothing in particular, except for a place to ruin your weapons, should you need to. I don't at this point. And I just spent all my XP, so I can't bust any rooms either. Funny how that always happens. Anyway, this is that area that I showed you, it just kind of circles around. I busted the rails at the beginning, so. With that, I'm going to save it here. This is where we'll pick up in video number 6.